Okay, team, as you can probably imagine, I just wanted to have a quick 10 or 15 minute chat just to explain what happened in the past few days actually. I was going along swimmingly with my elite account. I'd already had one payout, and then a few days before I was ready to get my second payout, I got an email to say, through all of this great trading, fantastic, phenomenal trading, yada yada yada, you're going to move over to an elite funded live account, which basically means that I get a live account, right? And in my mind, it's like mixed emotions, because yes, that sounds great, moving to a live account, credit for, you know, the way I've traded, but I'm not so sure it's the best possible thing, and we're going to dive in and show you why. So look, let's just dive into the start of it, which will be the process, right? So this is 18 days. So just after 18 days, I've been made live. So I went on an incredible run, right? If you look, roughly, I probably average somewhere around the 2k mark, maybe slightly less. But from day one, it was a 150k account. Just over 2,000 on day one, just over 2,000 on day two, just over 2,000 on day three, 1,200 here, 3,000, 2,000. Not one single red day, right? But ultimately, I got the first payout, and then I had to do. There was 2 days where I traded for sub 10 seconds. Now they see that as some sort of high frequency trading, so they came back to me and said, we can't approve your payout, you've got to trade another 2 days, which I then traded another 2 days, which were these. Because of the 23% ratio rule for ETF, I had to basically get above 690, which is why I was really just wanted to get those trading days in. Lo and behold, gets them in, gets the first payout, fantastic. Gets the second leg off to an amazing start again, right? So straight into it again, as you can see here. Moving forwards, you know, nearly a $3,000 day, $1,100, nearly $3,000 here, 2,390, just over 2k. And then on the 18th day, I get this email. Hello Andrew, we are delighted to inform you of a significant advancement in your trading journey with us. Based on your consistent and exemplary trading performance over the past months, it's our pleasure to announce that your accounts are being transitioned to live elite status. This is a testament to your dedication, skill, and strategic trading capabilities. To facilitate this transition, we kindly request that you refrain from placing any further trades in your account during this interim period. It is imperative to note that any gains accumulated during this transitional phase will not be considered towards your live elite account status. Our risk management team, dedicated to ensuring the integrity and accuracy of the process, will conduct a comprehensive audit of your account. Soon, you'll receive an email detailing the free structure and the live status and how your account will be set up. After the audit, our broker will send additional documents for you to review and signature. As part of this transition, all ongoing subscriptions associated with your account will be terminated to ensure a clean slate as you embark on this new phase. Enclosed, you'll find an official certificate, which I did receive. I'll show you that in a second. An official certificate. The certificate not only represents our recognition of your success, but also our confidence in your continued prowess and potential. Our response time to questions you may have will be delayed, and blah blah blah. So ultimately, it's telling me you're a great trader. We've seen the last 18 days and we want to move you over to a live account. Now the problem for me on that is, number one, not once did I have a lost day or a red day. In fact, I don't even think I recorded one loss. I traded once every day, and usually they lasted anywhere between a minute, maybe less sometimes, up to maybe 15-20 minutes, and those trades were just one a day. The problem is, it's difficult to evaluate someone on how they perceive a loss, right? So there was no losses on that account at all. So that was the first kind of thing where I thought, well, why would you just take someone on 18 days over to a live account? So that's the thing that's annoyed me. The second thing that's annoyed me is they could have been They could have actually played a blind and said, actually, send me an email first, say, we are monitoring your account, and we believe, you know, if you continue this process, you will be moved over to a live account. At least let me get the second payout. Make sure I don't buckle under pressure. Maybe see what 1 or 2 losses look like. Are the losses small? Are they them big losses? That's like 15k in terms of drawdown. I had 31k worth of drawdown because I'd built the 150k up to 181k, right? So I'd built it up that much. If we look at some of the information, right, it is quite exciting, I'm not going to lie. So the reason I've got mixed emotions, it's like, do I, you know, how do I think about this? What's the benefits? So here's the eligibility. So let's just move over to this. So you can see here, live elite eligibility criteria. To qualify for the elite, number 1, you've got to be consistent in your trading. You've got to post payout consistency. Well, you could argue 4 days after my first payout, the consistency was still there. Background checks, all traders must pass a background check. Knowledge of exchange rules. So there's a 34 kind of 2-3 minute videos that you've got to watch, which I've already completed for the CME rules and regulations, safety thresholds, and then proper risk management. So the scaling plan, which is I quite like, is it looks like I'll start with 150k in a live account. And then if I grow that by 30k, which is a 20% increase, that then will scale me up. I think they'll add an additional 30k to that. Significant loss. So the account experiences a loss exceeding 50% of the increase would render that account null. So the initial balance, the account starts with the balance of 150k. After 20% growth, the account grows 20%, reaching 180k. After the significant loss, the account experienced a loss more than 50% of the increased, which is 15k, results in a balance of 165, thereby still protecting themselves and giving themselves 15k on that, making the account invalid. So I'm not sure, you know, I'm not sure whether I want to, I'm not sure what my feelings are, let's just say. When you become part of the Live Elite, you unlock a range of benefits. Live flexible market trading, engage in real-time marketing, right? It's real money. Daily drawdowns with no maximum cap, starting from a minimum of $250. I do like that. That is definitely one benefit, being able to withdraw daily. It's always going to be a 90-10 profit split. There's no consistency rule. Again, I like that. And I can also set my own custom risk measures. So if I want to have a daily loss limit of say $100, maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and I'm not sure what this means, but basically merge or split an account. Need to look a little bit more into that. What else here? So transitioning. So what happens? So look, when you move to an elite live account, certain actions will be taken. Exclusion of certain accounts, elite sim funded accounts that do not meet the safety net and or have not reached the first pay. I imagine here this is where, because I only had one live sim account, one elite sim account rather. I imagine if you have multiple, they'd probably squash all of them into one, and all of your sim funded accounts would be gone. Now they give me no prior warning. Literally on the 18th day, I had an email. When I went in the next day, my sim was cancelled. My sim account was literally cancelled. Subscription management and elite live cash balance policy. For every active evaluation or sim funds account that does not qualify for live, subscription will be cancelled. So basically, I went for the monthly payment, and I've got a payment that's due on the 11th. That's now being cancelled. Some positive there, I guess. Overnight margin. This is basically just saying that the overnight margin will be your responsibility. So that kind of gives me the impression that you can swing trade, possibly on this, which could be useful. Next steps. So welcome email, which I've already received. I need to go through the 34 videos, which I've already done. Live account. In a follow-up email, you receive details about your live account, including the commission fee structure and the contract limits. I've still not received that, so that's where I'm up to currently, step 2. I can then accept or decline the offer. If you accept the offer, the risk team will send you information to EdgeClear, which is the broker, effectively, for the Elite Live account setup. Now, the good thing for me is EdgeClear does actually integrate with TradingView, which is predominantly where I do all my trading. If I decline the offer, if you decide not to transition to live, you can request a payout of your Elite Sim funded account, subject to availability. Not sure what that means. You'll receive 10% of your earnings up to a total of 12,500. Now, theoretically, I'm up to 31k. So theoretically, that might be the balance that I can withdraw if I decline. So I'm waiting to understand a little bit more about that. Any earnings beyond that will be paid out at 5%. So I'd get 10% up to a cap of 12,500, and then anything beyond that, but 10% of 30k, it's not enough, is it? It's not going to pay that. If you choose not to convert within 5 business days, you will be prohibited from using ETF services for the next 2 calendar years. The payout process follows the safety threshold guidelines to ensure you are always aware of your financial standing. After being selected for Live Elite or declining the offer, you will not be able to purchase any additional evaluations for 2 years. Elite Sim funded accounts are not eligible for additional payouts after declining the live offer. So you can see why there's a little bit of a mixed kind of emotion on this. Frequently asked questions, partial withdrawals only can be taken after 30 days. Consolidation of funded accounts, all your sim accounts will be funded to or consolidated to fund the Live Elite program. Risk parameters, you have a static balance. Your Live Elite account has a static balance. The account will have a fixed liquidation point set at the starting balance plus $300, so 150k. There'll be some sort of tolerance on that, I imagine, plus $300. Daily loss limit, it is enforced in Live. However, it will go static once the daily loss limit amount is made in profit from the starting balance if you choose this option. So I'm just waiting to see how on this next email about what these numbers kind of look like. It will result in a soft breach and the account will be locked for that session if you hit that daily loss limit. So I need to understand what that loss limit looks like. Custom contracts, your contract limits are adjusted based on your account's performance. So that's a scaling plan basically. Compatible trading platforms. Platforms compatible with Rhythmic are supported in Live Elite. However, Tradeovate is not currently supported. So I need to figure this out because I use a Mac and I use Tradeovate predominantly for all my trading. So, or as the broker. So I need to figure out a way around whether I can use the brokers program to integrate into TradingView, which will give me that. I'm waiting to see. There's no resets in a live account, and again, if I opt out, basically it's, you know, to the wall. Trading markets in Live Elite, the tradable markets are CBOT here. I mean, I'm predominantly going to be the CME because usually I just trade on the Nasdaq, and there is some sort of copying that's allowed in splitting these accounts. So I need to understand what that means when they're talking about splitting of accounts. So what do you guys think? I mean, look, you know, it's a great feeling to get, you know, activated on the live account. I'm just a little bit like 18 days feels a little bit rushed, and I also think because of the performance, because of that performance there, are they thinking, okay, well, he's already took one payout, he's coming close to a second payout. If he continues on this trajectory, by the time he gets to his fourth payout, he can effectively withdraw the lot, right, which would have been a decent sum. And what they're probably thinking is, let's just move him over now. It's our money. Ultimately, we'd have to pay him that anyway, and if he loses it, well, he loses his live account. If he makes money, he makes us money. That's my take on it. Maybe I'm being cynical, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd be keen to understand if anyone's got any experience with being converted to a live account, specifically with Elite or any other platform. I'd like to know a little bit about your thoughts, but it was a quick one here just to say, you know, all good, but just keen to get some of your thoughts on what you think. Speak to you soon.